Hi, I'm Mark Scherer, the CEO and founder of Encompass Life and the host of the Encompassing Life Podcast. And today we have Hannah Strom on the call. And Hannah is the CEO and founder of Awake Pelvic Health and Wellness. And she's in the Minneapolis, St. Paul area. And she's young, from what I can see. And she has grown her business very, very quickly. So she has to be some type of magic sauce. And today we're here to find out what type of magic sauce Hannah has going on with her company. So, Hannah, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
You're welcome, ma'am. So, tell me a little bit about yourself. What has you have the passion to get into this?
Sure. So, my company is Awake Pelvic Health and Wellness, and we are a physical therapy clinic that works with folks who are struggling with pelvic floor dysfunction or pelvic floor issues. So, we specialize in this kind of niche area of physical therapy where we help all people who are struggling with leakage or bladder problems, pelvic floor pain, bowel issues, tailbone pain, back issues, hip issues, all the things that really disrupt your life on a day to day basis or might prevent you from doing the activities that you love. And it's an area of physical therapy that is pretty specialized, and not a lot of PTs tend to be drawn into that space because it is a little more intimate. We're chatting about issues that can be pretty intense or emotional sometimes for people. And so I've always been really drawn to helping people who are really struggling, maybe chronic disorders, chronic pain, or things that are really affecting their day-to-day life, and being able to have those deeper, more intimate conversations with clients. And so when I was in physical therapy school, we need to learn about all different realms of PT in order to get our license. And this was the one thing that I was really drawn to, and always had that entrepreneurial spirit. And I knew I wanted to work for myself. I knew I wanted to create something different in the physical therapy field. And so that's how I ultimately started my practice 2 years after becoming a licensed physical therapist, and then growing into a team of currently five physical therapists and then myself.
And you've done this in 6 years of being in practice.
Correct. Yes, I
That,
graduated about 6 years ago.
that's amazing. And working with the pelvic and all that, that's like a really, that's basically the foundation, right? So
Yes.
if that's out of kilter, everything else above it is whacked too, and below as well.
Exactly. So we like to talk about the body in terms of a head to toe system, right? So your pelvis is kind of like the keystone. All of the forces and the activities that you do with your upper body, how you breathe, how you use your arms, any shoulder issues, headaches, neck pain, even jaw issues, if those are not doing so great, those issues can kind of funnel down the chain into the pelvis, or problems from the ground up. So if your feet or ankles are a little wonky, or you have knee pain or hip issues, that can funnel up through the pelvis, or vice versa. So our big belief at our clinic is not just addressing, oh, you have pelvic pain, let's only zoom into that little area. Let's see what's happening at your shoulders, your head, your neck, as well as all the way down to your foot and ankle.
So what type of things do you do at your clinic that's so different than other physical therapy?
That's a great question. So, I'll start with more of a framework approach and how we differ. So, I think when people think of physical therapy, they think need to, if I have an injury or had a surgery, that's when I go to physical therapy. I get some exercises, they might do a little hands-on stuff, and then after maybe a few months, I we get discharged, and I'm done. My symptoms are gone, and that's that. A very traditional kind of medical model. What we do is we believe in helping people not just through symptom resolution, but through this, what we call this wellness focused or proactive care model. So if you're coming in, let's say a common issue that we see are women who've had a baby and they want to get back to their workout classes. And now they're leaking, they have bladder leakage issues every time they jump or run or squat or even cough or sneeze. And instead of just, giving them a couple strength exercises, here's a handout with some things to do at home, we really want to look at the whole person head to toe and say, hey, you just had a baby. What's happening with your abs, your back? How are you doing emotionally? How has your life shifted? What's sleep, nutrition, and stress looking like for you right now? And let's address those lifestyle factors as well as your muscles, your bones, your joints, get you back to not just being able to do a few jumps in your workout class without leaking or peeing your pants, but being able to do that now for the long haul and not have issues crop up when you turn 40, 50, 60, and being able to have the strategies and solutions for forever essentially is our model. So we believe in not just focusing on people with an injury or a problem, but helping you have the tools and the solutions forever.
Right,
So that more wellness focused care.
right, long-term health, long-term activity, long-term
Exactly.
happiness with life. I mean,
Exactly.
we got,
Ultimately, that's what it comes down to.
yeah, we got to keep moving. So interesting.
Perfect.
So whenever you're working with people, is it all one-on-one? By the way you're speaking, either most or all your clients are female?
No, in fact, we work with men as well. So, what a lot of people don't recognize is that men also have a pelvic floor. So, everyone has pelvic floor muscles, and everyone can struggle with a variety of these different issues that I mentioned. All of our visits are one on one with our clients, and you're always working with a doctor of physical therapy. So, all of us have our doctoral degrees in physical therapy as well. We don't work with techs or aides. So, that way you get that really robust, deeper level care.
Hmm. And does insurance cover your services, or for the most part, I
That's a
guess? Or,
that's a great question. So we're starting to see a shift in the wellness focused physical therapy world, even just the medical world in general. Think chiropractors, acupuncturists, et cetera, who are moving out of the insurance model. And the reason for that is because when we move away from that model, we can provide longer, more in depth, skilled care that often isn't covered by insurance, or we're forced to maybe see our clients for 15, 20, 30 minutes in that insurance model. So we've decided to go into what's called an out of network model. So we can look at someone from their whole body, not just one area of care that's more of that insurance based system.
gotcha. Awesome. That's our healthcare model requires a major overhaul right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, mostly just sick care. Here's a pill to alleviate your system and keep you sick.
Yes. And if you're looking for that wellness, more proactive care, that is something that you do need to step outside of that insurance-based model if you're looking for someone who's going to look head to toe, look at those lifestyle factors and go beyond just that one, minute symptom that you might be having.
Gotcha. So you said everybody with you has a PhD, your own doctorates as well?
So we have clinical doctorates, so a little bit different than a PhD. So similar to like MD or dentistry, we have that clinical doctorate degree. So our degree is called a DPT, Doctor of
Okay,
Physical Therapy.
gotcha. And are y'all partners? Are you the sole proprietor? Or how's their system work?
I'm the sole owner, and all of my employees are W-2 employees.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. And what area do you service? Where are your clients coming from?
So our clients are typically coming from the Twin Cities area because we are in Minnesota. We're also pretty close to the border of Wisconsin, so we do pull from some of that western Wisconsin region, sometimes northern Minnesota. We'll even have clients that drive from 2, 3 hours away from rural Minnesota to come see us. And because we are in that out of network model, we have more freedom in how we treat our clients, the length of time that we see folks for. So some people will come to us for 2 hour sessions less frequently. So we do service really the entire state, and we also offer virtual sessions as well.
Wait a minute. So you said you see clients for 2 hours, a 2 hour session?
Yes.
They got to be like a puddle when they leave, man.
Exactly. So we do see people for up to 2 hours, and that's a really wonderful way for people who need more of that head to toe, hands-on focused bodywork care, or they're driving from far away. So to really make their time worth it, we
Huh.
can dive in for that 2 hours. We've even had some people come from out of state. Maybe they're here for a couple months, so we'll do intensive work for a couple months to make sure that they're getting what they need, or even for a couple weeks.
I love your model. I mean, you're just kind of like whatever it takes. Let's get it done.
Exactly. And that's what the freedom that we have when we've stepped outside of that traditional healthcare model. We can create this entire new framework and way of helping people in exactly what they need. So we can meet people where they're at, what do they need, and then focus on that customized care for them.
Love it. It's really cool. Congratulations on what you're doing. Now,
Thank you.
how does she grow her business so quickly? Now I'm starting to get it. That individual care, in today's world, it's like automated responses on voicemails, on marketing, on email sequences, but you're having that one-on-one personal touch and caring about the results of your clients. Excellent.
Exactly.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
Cool. So if somebody was to get in touch with you, what's the best way for them to do so?
The best way is two ways. So one is through our website, so awakepelvichealth.com. And then through our Instagram, that's a pretty popular place for a lot of people as well. So our Instagram handle is awake.pelvichealth.
Cool. And if is there like some type of special get to know you type of meetings or first appointments or something?
Yes. So when a new client calls and they're interested in potentially working with us, they'll start with about a 10 to 15-minute call with our patient care coordinator team. And that allows them to dive into all of their questions. What concerns are they having? What goals do they have? And then we'll go through what their customized care might look like at our clinic, just kind of that big picture general overview and the different treatments that our physical therapists might recommend for them. And so after that call, they'll have all of the information on what it looks like to work with us, what our scheduling looks like, pricing, all of that. And then a lot of people are really excited to just get rolling because they've tried this work before, or they're really looking for that head to toe holistic care. So yes, we do start with that kind of meet and greet call.
Awesome. Do you have a particular story of a person who came in maybe with some tough issues and what it was like, how long it took for them to go from something really tough to having a really great breakthrough in their health? You have a story that you can share with
I,
us?
I have probably hundreds of stories I could share, but one of the things that comes to mind, we treat a lot of individuals, I mean, with all sorts of conditions, and that's all laid out on our website as well if you're curious about all the different things that we can help with. But we do specialize in something called endometriosis or chronic pelvic pain disorders. So that's a pretty severe or can be a pretty severe pelvic and abdominal pain disorder that women experience. So, about 1 in 10 women experience endometriosis. And that can come with bladder issues, bowel issues, chronic pain during the menstrual cycle, and all sorts of different things that can prevent someone from being able to work or live the life that they want to do, participate in activities that they want. And through a really well established variety of hands-on manual therapy, nervous system down training, so helping them regulate their stress and that fear and pain response. Different yoga, Pilates based work. That is something that we've seen a lot of success and results with. And I mean, I can name off probably 10 different clients right now that I've worked with over the past few years who've had similar symptoms and have been able to finally have children after infertility for years, who've finally been able to get through their entire month without 10 out of 10 pain, be able to get back to working full time. So it's pretty life, changing results. And that's just something that I hold near and dear to my heart are
Hmm.
women struggling with chronic pelvic pain.
Gotcha. And about how long from where somebody comes in with really heavy pain to be able to have
Yeah,
that they start having some of that drop off? Is it a
totally.
session, 2, 3, 10, 50? What is it?
Yeah, so our big belief is that anyone who comes here is not a number, right? So we like to make sure everyone's care is extremely customized to them. So how long they work with us until seeing some changes in their pain completely depends on the length of time they've had their symptoms, the severity currently. So for some people, it could be seeing some good changes within the first 3 to 5 sessions. For other people, we're starting to break ground one foot in front of the other. And that can take several months before the momentum starts to build. And because our model is unique in that we believe in that wellness focused proactive care, a lot of our clients now see us like once a month forever. Out of their own, they
Right.
want to be doing that to make sure that they're keeping their pain and their issues in check, but they're doing great. They just want to make sure they're proactive. So
Maybe,
we do have
yeah, good
clients, yeah, that see us for years.
good maintenance program. Awesome.
Mhm.
Cool. Hannah, I have a question I ask everybody with before I get off the call. And that question is, what do you love about life?
Great question. Well, I am someone who I genuinely love. I do love life, actually. I know some people probably are like, they need a little time to think about that, but I think what I love about life is being able to outside of my work, I love to travel. I love to meet new people, explore different cultures. And so I think what I love is being able to just interact with all different people, all different cultures, and learning more about the world and learning more about people. And I think that shows in my day-to-day work because not only are we doing physical therapy, but I'm getting to have these really awesome, interesting conversations with people all day long. So something about that, that's what I really love.
Yeah, I'm I'm doing the same thing since I've been doing this podcast. I've been interviewing some really beautiful people from all over the world, and
Yeah.
there's so much passion about people really desiring to step outside and help other people. Really empower people to live a healthy, fruitful lives. And it's kind of restoring my faith in humanity. I mean, it's beautiful. It's really, you read, watch the news, you think everything's all doom and gloom, but you get on the streets and start talking to people, and it's
Mhm.
like, wow, it's really beautiful. This big upsurgence of, here's what we can do with life, and here's how we can really engage with it. Here's how we can live naturally healthy. It's a beautiful way to live.
Absolutely.
Well, Hannah, thank you so much for being on the show. I really appreciate you. I love your energy, and I love your one-on-one care you're giving your patients.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.